The Take I have been working my way through Person of Interest on Netflix, the series that imagines an artificial intelligence built quietly in the fallout of 9/11 to watch everyone, all the time, in the name of keeping us safe. What unsettles me is not the surveillance, it is the governance. The show's real question is never what the machine can see. It is who it answers to, who can correct it, and who is accountable when it gets a person wrong. I keep returning to that question at my desk because a smaller, tamer version of it has just arrived on the corporate org chart. Quietly, a new line is being drawn on that org chart. Generative engine optimization, the practice of shaping how AI systems describe your company, when a customer, a regulator, or a journalist asks, has become the discipline every function suddenly wants to own. Earned First calls it a defining moment for corporate communications. Viewed through a governance lens, it is something larger. It is a question about who is accountable for the version of your company that a machine now speaks aloud. The case for the communications function is unusually strong. Fresh 2026 data shows that when AI engines cite a source, they overwhelmingly reach for earned media. Muckrack found that 82% of AI citations come from earned coverage and only 6% from paid or owned content. Ahrefs, studying 75,000 brands, found that brand mentions correlate roughly 3 times more strongly with AI visibility than backlinks do. In other words, the raw material these engines feed on is precisely what public relations has spent decades cultivating. No other discipline can claim that structural advantage. Yet the same research reveals the governance gap. In Muckrack's mid-2026 survey of more than 1,100 communications professionals, 73% called GEO important to their strategy, but 29% said no one at their organization owns it at all. Only 24% placed it with communications and 11% with marketing. The most common owner of your company's AI reputation today is nobody. That vacuum is where the legal risk lives. Whoever shapes how a company is represented to an AI engine is, in effect, authoring a new category of corporate statement. If a model repeats a claim about product safety, financial performance, or regulatory standing because your team optimized for it, that claim can carry the same exposure as a press release or a prospectus. A misleading representation does not become harmless because a machine delivered it. In many jurisdictions, including the UAE, consumer protection and financial promotion rules attach to the substance of a claim, not the channel that carries it. A GEO program with no legal oversight is an unreviewed disclosure engine running at scale. There is also a duty of care dimension that a pure marketing framing misses. AI systems hallucinate, conflate, and misattribute. A mature geo function is not only seeding favorable content, it is monitoring for false or defamatory machine-generated statements about the company and its leaders, and it needs a defensible route to correct them. That is reputation risk management, and it sits naturally alongside crisis, compliance, and disclosure, not in a silo optimizing for reach. So the honest answer to who should win this turf war is that no single department should. The incentive structures pull in different directions. Marketing is wired for visibility and demand. Communications is wired for narrative and trust. Neither alone is built to ask the question a general counsel asks first. Is it true? Is it substantiated? And can we defend it if challenged? GEO needs a cross-functional owner, with communications leading on narrative, marketing contributing on reach, and legal holding a standing veto over substance. The organizations that get this wrong will not simply lose a budget argument. They will discover, at the least convenient moment, that the most widely quoted description of their business was assembled by an engine no one in the building can be held responsible for. The signal 82% of AI citations come from earned media and only 6% from paid or owned content. Muckrack, AI Citations Research, December 2025. The question: if your organization's conduct under pressure this year were replayed in front of the world tomorrow, would it confirm the values you publish or expose the distance between them? Sources and further reading: Earned First, The Battle for Geo Muckrack, State of PR 2026, and AI Citations Research, or Ahrefs, Brand Mentions and AI Visibility Study 2025, SimilarWeb, Generative AI Brand Visibility Index 2026.11 5000 plus podcasts. transcribed and searchable in minutes. Radar transcribes 11,000 plus podcasts where executives, officials, and analysts talk candidly and publicly, transcribed and queryable within minutes of airing. Watch a company, a person, or a theme with Radar and get alerts whenever they're mentioned. Radar is built by former Twitter and Tesla engineers using an AI native transcription pipeline that delivers high accuracy and extensive data enrichment. Try Radar for free today.